Oh, my name's Fox, and I'm Fox, and I just finished Moon Knight, which I made a review of the first episode. It's the Owl House one, like, what happened to Hunter? And it's like, actually, it was an April Fool's thing I made. I made it for that episode. I love that episode. I think I said at that point, like, I think this might be my favorite MCU show. I'm saying right now, this is my favorite MCU show. Probably my favorite superhero in the MCU right now. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's one of my favorite, like, superheroes, period. Like, hell, the animated series came out the same year I was born, kind of like my favorite. But, and like, God, I love this Moon Knight so much. Mind you, I found out that, like, I guess in the comics, the suit isn't kind of how it is in the MCU, where it's a magical suit that kind of comes over you and stuff. It's not like that. I prefer the MCU one a little bit. I have some Moon Knight stories I'm going to start reading. But I love this a lot. I love this one a lot. Someone who basically came into Moon Knight pretty much blind, because I didn't know much about Moon Knight other than the memes, which a lot of the comic strips apparently aren't real, but still, like, I didn't know much about Moon Knight. I loved this episode. I love this show so much. Like, I love the design of Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. I love the design of Khonshu. I love the design of Amunet when she comes in. It's so good. The writing is badass as all hell. The mythology with, like, the Duat, or the Field of Reeds, or like Steven and Mark trying to balance, and like the story with them, and like how they kind of came to be. And it's so good. Even this last episode, hell, they had a kaiju fight in this last episode. I'm like, yes! And hell, we have like other avatars with like different different suits or powers. I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. And like, there's some bits where, like, it is a question of, like, is Mark just crazy, or is it, like, actual thing? There's hints at certain things that are done really well, like, maybe some spoilers in this, but there's a point where, to seal away Amunet again after she is released, they say they need, if I remember correctly, they say they need 4 avatars, which, it's pretty much hint, like, yeah, you need 4 avatars. And they do it with 2, but it's because Steven and Mark are technically both their own avatars of Khonshu, but then it's like, who's the 4th one? And if you know, I guess, a little bit about Moon Knight, which I found out later on, that there's 3 personalities. And so there was the 3rd one. And then the end credit scene is like, oh my God, yes! Like, Khonshu in a suit, like, just so much. I'm like, oh my God! Like, it's so good. Like, this show is so damn good. Like, love or hate Fortnite, I'm happy I got the Moon Knight skin, because I'm like, I want to play as Moon Knight now, run around and beat the shit out of people. Like, oh my God, it's so damn cool. It's so damn, like, this, like, here's the thing. I have a soft spot for Egypt, for, like, Egyptian mythology. I have a soft spot for that stuff. I don't know. And, like, just like the design of Amunet looks so good, the design of Khonshu already looks so badass myself, when, like, the robes or whatever. I love, like, the mummy suit thing. Like, there's a good show called Mummies Alive. Go watch that. It's an animated show from, like, I don't know, it's early 2000s. It's pretty fun. I think that's probably where, like, a lot of my love for Egypt kind of came from, or, like, kind of the idea of the mythologies and stuff. Also, on that same note, there's the movie Gods of Egypt. I took my ex-girlfriend there for, like, our first date to watch that movie. Honestly, that movie's pretty damn fun, and, like, it is bloody as hell for a PG-13 movie. Like, there is blood everywhere, but it's gold, so PG-13. That one, I honestly watching this, and I'm like, I kind of want the gods. I kind of look at them, I'm like, this movie's pretty fun. You know, the armor's in it, looks pretty cool. But by God, watching this, I'm like, nah, this kind of put the bar up a way higher for, like, the Egyptian, like, designs, where, like, again, Khonshu kind of has the mummy bandages around his body, stuff like that. But then, like, you see Amunet has, like, wrappings, like, almost kind of around her face kind of things at some points. I'm like, I like that, like, identity, that connection of the gods and stuff. I'm like, that's freaking cool. I think even the hippo lady also had a little bit of some bandages on her or something like that. But yeah, like, by God, also, I'm sure there's a mythology thing where why Layla has wings. But I did like, they did do kind of like the idea of, like, the whole, like, girl power kind of thing better than I think Endgame did, where it's like all the female heroes together, like walking, and it's like really, all of them were there at the same time. It's kind of like, okay, cool if you like that, but also at the same point, like when you think a little too far about it, like, this I liked, where she saves some bunch of people, saves them, and then like a girl goes, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" And she kind of just goes, "Yeah." I'm like, all right, I like that. Because she's kind of like surprised, like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I like that a lot. I love the switching. I love like this last episode too, like the episode before where Steven's like or a death that happens, and then this show. I guess spoilers. Go watch it. It's very heartbreaking watching it, but I think we've gotten so used to shit like Game of Thrones and shit where it's like someone died and they're staying dead and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm kind of happy this doesn't go that route. I'm kind of happy this went the route of no. And here's the thing too that I love, because what is it? If you know me or if you don't, and this might piss off some people, I don't really like the Raimi Spider-Man movies. Not all of them. I love three. I don't really like the first two, especially two. Ever since I was young, I always hated the idea. I always hated the superhero that goes, "I don't want to be a superhero anymore and help people. I want to let them die." I hate that storyline so damn much. Not to mention, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, why Peter didn't knock Doc Ock out immediately. That's a wholly different thing. But I don't like that storyline. I don't like that cliche for superhero shit. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I hate that along with the idea of like, I gotta hide my secret identity from my family. I hate both of those superhero cliched shit. I hate that so much. Mind you, I'm not saying like every superhero should have no identity. No, but I feel like Static Shock route where he's like, yeah, I'm going to tell my dad this. And then, his dad kind of is in on it and helps him. Like, I like that more. I like that way, way more. This, I think it just shows how much of a hero Mark Spector is. And I love it. Where he basically reaches the heaven, basically, the equivalent of heaven, eternal peace. But the thing about a hero is, a hero will always go, no, I can't go. I can't do that. I can't be eternally happy. There's people I need to save. I need to help people. And he gives up eternal peace to save his brother. And they go back to save everyone. And I'm like, yes! I'm like, that is a hero! That is a hero! Hell yeah! That's why I don't like the Raimi Spider-Mans, except for 3. 3 is pretty good. But I love the Amazing Spider-Man one because I think it was I want to say 10 minutes in. 5 to 10 minutes into the Amazing Spider-Man. I want to say 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Where, I think it was actually a little bit earlier. I think it was 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Where Gwen Stacy sums up Peter Parker and how I think Spider-Man is. Where Peter gets the shit kicked out of him. I'm getting off a little bit off topic, but I just want to say, just to know how good Mark Spector is, how I kind of rate a hero. The point where Peter gets the shit kicked out of him by Flash Thompson, and he's like, I'm not, because Flash wanted him to take a picture, and Peter's like, let him go. Flash beats the shit out of him, and Peter goes, I ain't gonna take a picture. And he still kicks the shit out of him, and Gwen Stacy goes, that was stupid. Brave, but stupid. I'm like, that sums up a hero. That sums up a true hero right there. Fucking stupid, but brave. That was really stupid. It wasn't smart, but it was pretty stupid, but brave. That is a hero. And that is what this is in that sense. He goes, I'm going to probably die and go to the equivalent of hell or Egyptian, but I got to go save my brother, and I got to go save the world. And he goes and does it. I'm like, yes, you'll never be able to come back to heaven. I don't care. I have people I need to save. That is a hero. That is a hero. And I love that. I love that a lot. The hero's happiness does not matter. He tries to make other people happy and save other people. That is a hero. And Mark Spector and Stephen Grant are both that, and I love it. I love the story. I love the fighting. I love the fighting. Especially in this, like, holy shit. I is it the last 2 episodes? No, just the last episode that Moon Knight wasn't there. Maybe the last 2 episodes, I can't remember. And they made up for all that, like, immediately, like, this, because, like, Moon Knight's there, he's flying, he's beating the shit out of this dude. They hint at, like, the third personality, like, pretty well, in, like, 2 different ways, where, you know, because I think people heard, like, Jake, and, like, some people, like, said, where, Steven, like, blacks out, and then Steven and, Mark are both, like, holding that guy over the cliff. And people said, like, I get, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's the third personality. So we were online, we're saying, like, no, it's not the third personality. They said, like, this guy did it all or whatever. And it's like, no, it's the third personality. Because that happens again in this. And it's like, holy shit. God, this, and especially it's really cool too, because the last time that kind of happened where that blackout happened was with Steven when Mark took over. And now in this sense, it's, Mark when Jake takes over. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, so good. But, God, yeah, this was so good. I love the design of Moon Knight with the bandages and stuff. I love the design of Layla's design. I love the design of Mr. Knight. I love the design of, Layla's. Mind you, I like Mr. Knight too. The Midnight suit is really good, but I love, like, the bandages and, like, the Egyptian identity of, like, that kind of thing with the bandages. Like, him looking like a mummy. Kind of like a living mummy. I love that so much. Again, Mummies Alive might have added a little bit to that liking. My favorite was always the main leader was the eagle and the cat girl. But yeah, I love this show so much. Like this, like I legitimately think this is probably my favorite. And I'm like with the end credit scene and with them saying like series finale to season finale. We get Moon Knight season 2. Hell yes. I want a season 2 of this. I want to see more gods. I want to see more gods. I want to see Jake get his own suit. Because I think there's only the 2 suits of Moon Knight, I think, in the comics. I want to see Jake get his own suit. And also, like, the question is, like, because apparently, like, they broke their bond with Khonshu, but it seems like Jake is still connected. So the question now is Jake the only one connected, or do all 3 of them still have it? Like, kind of how Mark made the deal, but Steven also had the suit. So, do all 3 of them have their suits, or is Jake just gonna be wearing, like, the Mark suit, or is he gonna get his own suit? I want him to get his own suit, because really, I like this version of Moon Knight a lot, because, like, the suits feel kind of like symbiotes, but not really, in a sense of, like, they're different for each person who wears it, and I kind of like that. I guess it depends on the symbiote in some cases, but still, like, I like that thing, and I love that idea. But, God, I love this show so much. I legitimately love this show so much. It is so damn fun. It is so good. There's not going to be much editing. I'm not going to do whatever. I just want to make this real quick. Maybe I'll go more into it later, but holy hell, I loved this show so damn much. It is so damn good. I love the characters. I love Oscar Isaac's acting. Holy shit. Like, you could tell when, like, he switches from Mark to Steven, like, just, like, on the fly almost. Like, I'm sure there's probably, like, some things when, obviously, when they had to change outfits for, like, Moon Knight to Mr. Knight and stuff, but oh my god, I would want to be in every suit. Like, you need me to, okay, yeah, I'll change. No, we can get a second. No. I'll wear both suits. Don't worry. I will switch. But, yeah, Oscar Isaac's badass. He, like, I like the sequel Star Wars one, but I was like, I don't really care for Poe that much. And I'm like, I don't know why, like, is he supposed to be a big thing? And, like, now it's like, oh no, I love it. And honestly, Rise of Skywalker, I think, added more with Poe and Finn and Rey's kind of relationship more together, and I like that one. But yeah, like, I don't know. This was cool. It was fun. I liked it. I think this might be my favorite MCU superhero / series. Him and Spidey still, I would say. But I want to say Moon Knight's probably a little bit jipping up a little bit on Tom Holland Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie, because, like, I just loved everything about this Moon Knight so much. I loved it. But tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching 2 videos I've done. Links are on my face because they're so hard. You get videos. I love this so much. I'm going to go play some Fortnite with my family now. And this is a Star Wars event right now. So, but thanks for watching 2 videos. And I'll probably play Moon Knight. If not switch between fused skins. And we will see you later. God, I love it too. Especially like the whole thing with like avatars of gods and stuff. I always love stuff like that. It's so damn good.